ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਰਾਜੇਸ਼ ਜੈਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਪੀਪਲ ਫਸਟ ਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਕਾਇਮ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਅਕਤੂਬਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਮਿਊਨਿਸਪਲ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੜਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਕੀ ਹੈ ਪੀਪਲ ਫਸਟ, ਕੀ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਮੈਂਡੇਟ, ਕਿਉਂ ਇਹ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ? ਆਓ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਉੱਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਰਾਜੇਸ਼ ਜੈਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਨਾਲ। ਰਾਜੇਸ਼, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ।
Thank you for having me here.
Welcome. So first of all, tell me, what is People First, and how did you get the idea of having a party to fight in the municipal elections in October?
I was always socially conscious, aware. But when we recently looked at the issues we are facing in Surrey, be it crime, transportation, many of these things, we didn't get a feel that it's coming down.
Okay.
And with LRT, we are going to have a perpetual transportation system, or at least for the next 100 years. And I'm an engineer myself. I did not feel that LRT is going to reduce the congestion, or it will actually increase the congestion. We spent a lot of while, around 1.5 years, researching this issue. I had many friends. We all kind of unilaterally said that it's going to increase the congestion in Surrey.
Okay.
Then we looked at many other technological developments happening in this world, and we were hoping, okay, when is it actually going to come to Surrey? And we don't see any solid plans. So we are worried. We want those kind of better, newer technology things to come to Surrey.
Okay.
So we came to the point that we have to be the change that you want to see in the world.
Right.
That's where some of us roll up our sleeves and decided that okay, we'll go and run for the city council. So we as a team plan to run for the council and the mayor seats in this October.
Okay. So basically the present party which is holding the seats in Surrey, what do you feel where they have accomplished or failed in something which made you think of starting a new party called the People First?
I believe if you trace the origins of say LRT, or actually the vision, it started around 15-20 years back when our respectable Diane Watts was in power. And I have a lot of respect for her, where Surrey was and where it is. Actually, she put it on the track, I believe. But still, it is still 15 years old. Our Surrey has grown a lot. And there are a lot of new things happening. So it need to be updated, refined, and also things need to happen. It's not only about putting things on paper. You go and look at the innovation beloved smart city, many of these things. What actually happened? We don't see any solid plan and take some action to solve these issues. I don't know. We don't see it. So it's kind of as simple as the plan and action. I think that's maybe a little missing a little.
Right. So when you say something is missing, and that is when you thought of People First. So you've come with the tag People First.
Yeah.
Why People First?
This I just told you about 15 year and 20 years vision, right? So everything was starting from that vision.
Right.
So even you trace to LRT, you see that okay, they're trying to implement the vision, but who came up with the vision? It's the politicians in that team. The so-called experts at that time came up with the vision. But did people have a say in it? Did people agree to that?
Right.
I don't think they did. I don't think they even understood it. And now they see the implementations of it via the LRT, etc. People actually see the impact of it. But now maybe at least people think that it's too late. So we want to come up with a platform in which we go sit with people and listen to what is important to them.
Okay.
And then put that into plan.
Right.
And go run as a team for the council based on that platform, whatever came from the people.
Okay.
And that's where the people's priority come first.
Right.
That's people first.
But Rajesh, many times what happens is before elections, every political party says people first. We listen to the people, and then whatever they say, we will implement it. But once they are in power, the people first becomes people, second not even people, third it becomes people last, and their own priorities or their own thinking takes precedence. So how do you make sure, what would you tell to our viewers, why would they believe in what you say? What will, after, if you win, will you really listen to what the people have told you and continue forward, or it will be just another rhetoric which is done before the elections?
That's a very good question. This is something we ourselves asked a lot of times.
Right.
So what we did is, you go and check our website, peoplefirstsurrey.ca.
Okay.
We already came up with 14 points, talking to some people, okay? And then we are going to come up with open houses.
Okay.
We are going to put an open house in most of the community. We're starting with Clayton.
Right.
And ask people what they want. And if they do not like some of the things in our 14-point agenda, we will remove it. And if they want to add, fine.
Right.
So we are trying to achieve is by August, September, we have a finalized agenda, and we are going to run on it, saying that we will, homelessness, this is what we are going to do. Housing affordability, this is our platform.
Right.
We put it in front of people in detail, or as much as detail we can, and then run based on the election.
Okay.
And if we get the people's mandate, then our job is easy, right?
Right. So what is your mandate? What is the platform you're fighting on? You talked about homelessness. What are the 14 points on which, could you elaborate that for our viewers today?
Yeah, I will. I don't know how detailed or how much time you have,
Right.
but I'll.
But general, the major
yeah,
points, what
yes.
you think which we need to talk about?
The first one is definitely transportation.
Right.
We want we want a holistic transportation approach, not just LRT or SkyTrain, but because if you go to the next level of detail on transportation, whatever it be, whether it's LRT or even SkyTrain, it's 5-6 years away.
Right.
We already have a transportation system in Surrey. We cannot wait for 6 years. So we want to immediately start with more buses.
Okay.
More buses, more frequent buses. The TransLink has already identified the congestion areas. They published a map and everything. So we want Surrey to have an immediate solution of address. That's kind of the immediate problem. So more buses, frequent buses.
Right.
But then we want to start the SkyTrain right now. We don't want it to we want to go it parallelly. So we want to go with SkyTrain on the King George and 104.
Okay.
Again, money is an issue. We all know that. We'll talk about that one. But then the Fraser Highway. But we don't want to stop there. We want the SkyTrain to go to South Surrey. We see South Surrey as a very strategic point, because South Surrey is the connection to Seattle.
Right.
Seattle is a major hub of technological companies, Microsoft, Amazon. So if we have a 1-hour commute from Surrey to Seattle, we have a second source of job. Same way many people from Surrey goes to Vancouver, we can go to, so that is a strategy in which people can come and live in Surrey and go to both of these options. So eventually, people, we will get a much better skilled people, and now then companies will come here.
Right.
We also want Surrey to be it is a geographical center. We also want it to be a transportation hub, in which there is always future possibility for connections to Abbotsford, Maple Ridge.
Right.
So we want an overarching plan, and the SkyTrain to be, and a complementary bus network.
Okay. So focuses on transportation. You believe that transportation is a major thing which needs to be looked into, and work needs to be done on that.
Yes, immediately.
What about crime and violence?
Yes, crime. Now, crime, when in 2014, the current council came, they said, okay, we are going to put 100 people on the ground, and they did, right? But now look at the statistics, go to crimestats.ca. How many do you see the crime coming down? No, right? And also the expenses are increasing. When you're putting, police on it's increasing our expenses.
Yeah.
So what we are coming with a very bold, innovative approach in which we want to apply technology on crime.
Okay.
Meaning we want a transparent, a privacy-compliant monitoring network. It's a 3-level system in which we are going to use some technology like cameras and drones.
Right.
So at the first level, it will be cameras. We'll put it in all the intersections. So if I don't take much time on it, the idea is that if you commit a crime in Surrey, it will be recorded.
Okay.
And it will go into a database. Nobody is seeing it, no human being, so there are no privacy issues.
Right.
And if we find that there is a crime happened, we can go to the system and get the evidence for it.
Okay.
If we then later in
So more of technological use so that the people who perpetrate violence are booked easily. There is evidence to follow.
Evidence to follow.
And
We
it's
will
much
make
cheaper
sure.
also.
Yeah, system will make sure that the police has the evidence and the criminals are behind the bars.
Okay.
And that's a cheaper approach too.
Right. Wonderful. So if somebody wants to go in details about your mandate, if they want to contact you, where they can call you or where they can get all the information?
They can come to our open house. They can get a lot more information from our website. We are, we have a skeleton there.
Right. So what's the website?
Peoplefirstsurrey.ca.
Okay. So
People
all the information
First
is over
Surrey.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All our values. We are more focused. More important. Our focus mainly is on values and ethics.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's there.
Wonderful. We hope you are able to succeed and spread this message of honesty, integrity in politics, because this is a major issue, and of course Surrey needs some change where people's voices are heard and not a few individuals who try to kind of hijack the system with their own money power or muscle power. So we hope that this message, what you're trying to bring forward, is reached to the people and they can take benefit of it. Thank you very much, and best wishes.